Hi, this is Christy with Guidepost Wellness, and I have not done any videos in my grieving series in a while, and hopefully I can make it through this one without falling apart completely, because for those of you that have watched a variety of my different videos, you know I lost my mom this year. So I wanted to talk about the first. Again, I think I did a video talking about this a little bit, but this is big because this is the holiday season, and that's when I think it's really hits a lot of people when you have those first holidays, the first Thanksgivings, the first Hanukkahs, the first Christmas, any of those types of situations where there's a lot of family gathering, things like that. So, and this is definitely a time when I've been feeling it a lot. Thanksgiving, we just had Thanksgiving last week, and for me, Thanksgiving was less of a first that was hard because once I went to school and in the military and things like that, I didn't make it home for Thanksgiving very often. So Thanksgiving was not a big family get together, but Christmas coming up is the one that I can start feeling the sadness. So for Thanksgiving though, I did have a moment because my mom was a tremendous cook, and so my husband and I are in the kitchen, and we had Cornish game hens this year, and he wanted to truss the birds. And so for those of you that have ever trussed a bird of any kind, you know you use some twine, some cooking twine, and you tie the legs and the wings and stuff like that. So my husband was asking about the twine, and that's what made me fall apart, because it turns out I found my mom's ball. It's like a cone of twine that's wound up, and I want to say that twine actually goes all the way back to my great grandmother. I think it started out as a really large cone of twine, and now it's down to about like that. I forgot to bring it with me to do this video because I decided to do the video kind of at the last minute. And you can tell that it's a very old cone of twine because the base of it is all kind of ratty and bent down, and you can see it's been sat on surfaces, and it's old. It definitely looks pretty old, and so I definitely had a fall apart moment with my mom's bird twine. So, and what my husband and I did to reframe it is obviously, you let the grief, you roll with it, and the memories, and we talked about those memories and things. But the thing that helped was my husband said, well, honey, we're just going to put this right where we can see it, opening up the cabinet, and just realize that every holiday, every time we truss a bird going forward, and we use your mom's twine, that she's right there with us. And I also, am very thankful and grateful for the fact that I learned to love food and trying recipes and baking and things, and I know that I gained that from my mother, so I have that to be very thankful for. So I know that Thanksgiving is going to be more challenging. And I guess the key thing with first is just like I mentioned, is to allow yourself the time and the space to feel those feelings. Don't push them away if you can help it, because that's not a very healthy way. It is very stressful on you emotionally. It's more stressful to suppress the feelings than it is to roll with them. And I know that I have two ladies that I work with in the lupus group, and I'm hoping to do some videos or at least a podcast with them about grieving, losing a parent. My friend Karen just lost her mother right before Thanksgiving. Another friend of mine, Tracy, lost her father in October. So talking with them about going through that process and grieving. I hope to do that and share both from the aspect of autoimmune diseases and just that sharing perspective. So, but again, the key thing I've found is to allow yourself the opportunity to grieve. Give yourself the space for it. Recognize that it could hit you at any time, and kind of roll with it like I did. I just sat down on a stool in the kitchen and just cried a little bit. But allow those memories to also be joyful and remember all of those wonderful things. My mother's holiday meals were just absolutely fantastic, and that's what I'm looking forward to. I'm going to dig out her recipes, and for Christmas, she usually made lasagna, and then for New Year's, she would do pork and sauerkraut and things like that. So, trying to intertwine family holiday traditions of loved ones and memories and things of that nature is how I think it's helpful to work through the first. So everybody has their own path on grieving, and I would love to hear comments below from folks that have gone through those first or are working through those first with the holidays coming up, and how do they work through that, and how do they honor the memory of their loved ones and allow themselves to grieve. I really look forward to hearing your comments below, and thanks for watching and allowing me to share this moment with you, in memory of my mom and everything, and in memory of all the loved ones of all of my viewers out there as well. So I hope you find joy and memories in your holidays of your loved ones, and still find the joy and still celebrate them as well. And I look forward to hearing from you. Take care and happy holidays.